Every challenge in life is an opportunity, but how do you tackle emotionally charged situations, such as, for example, a conflict? Here are 3 steps that I've developed, and this process I call it GAP, stands for gratitude, alternative, and poise. So step number 1, thank the other person for sharing their thoughts and their maybe even objections with you. By doing so, not only are you acknowledging and recognizing that person, but you're also discharging the heavy emotion from the situation. And there is another, even more important reason for why you should be sharing gratitude. Research has found that when we are thankful for something, a shot of feel-good chemicals is being released inside our brains, which is actually a cocktail known as dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, known by the name of the helper's high. This helps us feel good and helps us feel this helper's high. So what's there not to be grateful for? 2, alternative. Harmony is not about absence of conflict, but about our ability to find harmonious alternatives to respond. When we give our brains the objective to find a new alternative to respond, what we're actually doing, we're freeing up our pathways to form new connections. And this is exactly what creativity is about. It's about finding new connections, making new connections. And once our mind has been expanded by an alternative way to respond to any given situation, it can never go back to the way it used to be before. And as such, a conflict becomes a catalyst for creativity. It becomes a catalyst for new connections to be formed inside your brain. 3, poise. Conflict is the perfect opportunity and the only opportunity, in fact, to develop equanimity. Think about it. In times of peace, we are not called to develop more tolerance. It's not in times of peace that we're called to develop more equanimity. It is exactly during times of conflict that we are. And as such, when we view life or challenges through this standpoint, what we're actually doing, we're saying that every challenge becomes a lesson, every challenge becomes a school, and every adversary becomes a teacher. Maybe we can even revere them for presenting us with this wonderful gift for development and growth. Equanimity is not an outer state, but an inner stance. What altered state of response are you being called to elicit in order to maintain this inner stance of balance? It is this commitment, the commitment to our own inner equanimity, first and foremost, that allows us to reclaim our sense of power. And as such, it helps us to go from powerless to powerful, from helpless to helpful. It's this inner pact that we make with ourselves that will define the outer pact that we have on others.